I could smell them when I walked in the door.
Always.
Oh, my word. That's the greatest smell on earth.
Yep. Now, we always talk about, Bashers having that awesome breakfast, and there's people out here enjoying breakfast right now. But you know what is back out at Bashers? The Bashers Belt Buster.
Oh, yeah.
It is back.
So they got the shirt that they hand out, too, for that?
I don't know. There are Belt Buster shirts. I've seen them. But yeah, you can have it dine in or carry out. Smoked burn-ins, tangy gold chicken, Bashers' famous ribs, and then you get a choice of sides. So, this weekend is Father's Day. Bring Dad out and let him bust his belt on some barbecue and maybe even bowl a game or two. And I think Dad will get a free beverage out of the deal too.
Well, yeah, and you get to work off what you eat.
Yeah, yeah. Or you just got to keep eating.
I mean, how many calories you burn at a bowling game?
I don't know. I know you walk a lot farther than you think, but I'm not sure how many calories.
We'll have to look that up.
We could look that up, but yeah, folks, come on out this weekend for the Bachelor's Belt Buster, and good stuff.
Dads will love it.
Dads will love it. You can't beat barbecue.
Nope.
I love barbecue. Barbecued anything.
Yep. My favorite chicken is barbecued chicken.
Is it? Nice.
You don't barbecue your chicken much?
Not much, no.
Yeah, see, I always put honey on my barbecued chicken.
Perfect.
Oh, man, that's good.
Honey barbecued wings are my favorite wings.
Well, there you go.
So that's close enough. So we actually have some athletes.
Yes, we do. Dave Wieber, the head boys track coach, was nice enough to ask some young people to come out, and we're going to visit with them and with Dave. And Royal, we are very proud to announce, we announced it last weekend too, that the Falcons finished 4th at the state track and field meet. How awesome is that accomplishment, Dave?
It's the highest place we've had there in quite some time. I've been here 32 years, and that's our highest place we've done in that time. We had a tremendous season. We've got a group of athletes that took to heart the hard work beats talent. And talented they already started as, so when we have talent that works hard, they're going to rise to the occasion. What happens a lot at the state meet, it's a lot of pressure. You see a lot of teams that you've never seen before. A lot of kids kind of, clamp up a little bit there. These guys all just continue to rise. We had another school record broken in the 4x200 relay. We had almost a school record in the 4x1. Where they were within 800th of a second of the school record. And we had just great performances all the way around. And it was a really fun meet. I think those guys really enjoyed their time there, and they didn't get any of those jitters that you usually have at a big meet. So they were well prepared.
Is it senior dominated?
No. I lose 3 of the 15 that made it to state to graduation. The rest are all coming back.
So they could do better next year.
Well, we hope so.
These got all's underclassmen I got sitting here?
Well, this is a senior right here, Owen Carlin. He was a tremendous jumper for us for throughout his career, but really saved the best for last. His senior year was definitely amazing. And then he also showed us that he's one of the fastest guys out there. We really didn't realize that until this year, but we found him and got him going in the 4x1, and that was key to having a good success with that relay.
He was a diamond in the rough, you're saying?
Well, yeah. He put a lot of work into developing his strength and abilities. He spent a lot of time in the weight room, did a lot of time working with coaches on technique, and really dedicated himself to getting better. And it showed this year.
And that's what it takes, huh?
Yeah. Yep. Track and field isn't the kind of thing where you can just show up and it works. There's a lot of technique involved in every aspect of it.
Now, see, I always thought that you just showed up and it worked. Didn't you, Royal?
Nothing is ever that easy. So
you don't think so?
No.
You think I prepped for the show today?
Well,
or do I just sit down and...
You just sit down and do it because you're an old hand and you've got the whole system down. But a few weeks ago, I can't remember if you were here or Paul was here, but we were talking to the track people, and I asked them about, how they progress through the season and what they do to to get better throughout the season. Because, a lot of people would look at it and just say, oh, well, you're just running. I mean, you can only be so fast. But
That's right.
Like Coach said, there's technique to it. There's conditioning and strength. So they do get better throughout the season, and they proved it.
Now, I'll let Dave introduce our guests here.
All right, so we have Owen Carlin, Christian Escobar, and Carter Johnson. And Carter and Christian are sophomores this year, going to be juniors next year. And Owen was a senior this year, graduating and moving on. Wish him luck when he moves on.
Owen?
Where are you moving on to, Owen?
I'm moving on to the National Guard. I'm enlisted and I ship out in a month.
Nice.
Very cool.
Very
so
cool.
all this training will help you there, too.
I definitely hope it will.
Yeah, because, it's a pretty physical job being in the Guard, isn't it?
Yeah. I have 2 kids in the Guard, so, yeah.
Were you in the Guard?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they were a chip off the old block, as they say.
No, they are far better than their old man.
Oh, my. Was your dad in the Guard or anything?
No, my dad wasn't. My stepdad was 81st Airborne.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Where do you want that to take you?
I'm not sure exactly where I hope it takes me. I just hope to do something good with my life.
I'm sure you will.
Make my parents proud.
I'm sure you will. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you very much. So when do you head off?
I ship out July 18th in a month.
Where do you go?
Fort Jackson, South Carolina for basic training, and then for my AIT job training, I go across the border to Fort Gordon, Georgia.
Okay.
Georgia in the summer.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like much fun to me, but, he's tough. He can take it.
It'll definitely help with the conditioning.
Oh, my word. It's going to be so hot and humid.
Yep. And you're going to be full-time?
Yes.
Yep. Good.
But he's a young lad. He can handle it, right?
Absolutely.
Whereas you or me, we'd be...
Yeah, I'd die just getting off the plane.
So you were a diamond in the rough, Dave said. They didn't realize you were so fast. But wouldn't you be fast as a jumper?
Yeah, there's the run-up to the jumps that I've always been fast for. And I've always known I was fast, but I've never really gone out for the relays as much. It's mostly... I actually initially was in the 4x200 meter relay for a majority of the year. And then I switched over to the 4x1 because I realized I was so fast.
Oh, okay. Now, Dave, how does this work? Did Owen come to you and say, hey, I want to run in a relay, or did you go to Owen and say, I want you in this relay?
No, some of the assistant coaches recognized that he's got a little more zip than he had previous years, and I attributed that to all the weight training he did this past year. And so he said, let's put him in an open and see what he can run. And he showed us he was one of the fastest guys on the team.
Wow.
So it was an eye-opening experience. We had not recognized that change in him. So that was a really big find for us.
For just fun, did you run like the 100-meter?
Yeah, it was the 100-meter that I ran open. I believe I ran the fastest on the team.
Can you tell me your time?
I believe it was an 11:3.
Ooh, that's booking.
Yep, that's legit speed.
That's very good speed. Wow. Amazing. And you never were a sprinter.
I was always a sprinter. I was never distance. I just wasn't. I was fast, but I was never fast enough, if you will.
I bet I could run it in 11:3.
You think so?
11 minutes, 3 seconds, I could do it.
You look like a pretty athletic guy. I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah.
11:3. There's no way I could do that.
11 minutes, 3 seconds?
Even when I was his age,
Come
I
on.
couldn't have done an 11,300 meter. And I wasn't slow, but I certainly wasn't fast. What's it like to run that fast?
It's eye-opening.
I mean, I've never done it. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's just such a short period of time. You can give everything that you have into that 100 meters and just go all out.
Yeah. Is it a big rush? I mean, it's adrenaline rush?
There's a big adrenaline rush when they call set. You get up in the blocks. You got to sit there for a couple seconds before the gun goes off, and you're just sitting there, complete silence, kind of drown everything out, and then bang, and you can take off like a rocket.
Do you visualize your race before you go?
Sometimes I do. For a lot of big meets, I like to visualize jumps and sprints, like the start, the jumping, landing, finishing everything. Not all the time, though.
Which do you like most? The sprinting, just the running, or the jumping?
Jumps has always been my favorite. I've always preferred that, but I do enjoy doing both a lot.
We're talking the long jump here?
Long and triple jump.
How'd you do there?
Long jump, I just missed out on going to state by 2 inches. The guy beat me out with the last jump of the meet. Triple jump, I won our section, and then at state I got 5th.
Way to go. That's all-state status here near.
Very nice, very nice.
In fact, Dave was handing out all these all-state awards here while we were sitting here.
Yeah, lots of awards sitting with these 3 gentlemen.
And I was getting very jealous. I wasn't all-state in anything. How about you?
No. Well, if they would have had all-state, I would have been in bowling.
Well, there you go.
I don't think they had it back in the...
There's nothing wrong with that. Can you tell us about these other young guys?
Yeah, so to my left here is Christian Escobar and Carter Johnson. I've ran with them the past 2 years. Christian, I do the 4x100 meter relay with, and Carter, I actually triple jumped with for a little while before an injury. He decided to stop triple jumping, and he primarily does hurdles now.
No, imagine. Have you ever done the triple jump?
I have not.
I seem to recall we did it in Fayette. Oh, my God.
I'm not even sure I could be coordinated enough to do that.
That's the key in the whole thing, right?
Yes, it is. I would think so anyway.
It's simply all it is. Hop, skip, and a jump.
No, I realize that, but you got to do it quickly, right?
Yeah.
The hop, skip, and the jump, you got to do it all quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to get some distance out of the whole deal.
Yeah. It's trying to find the fine line between doing it quickly and holding it enough in the air where you can get distance with it.
Okay, that's the key.
Yep.
I'm learning a lot of stuff here, Roy.
Yes, we are.
About triple jumping. So, Christian, you're a sophomore. A sophomore, and you're an all-state athlete.
Yeah.
And I was never an all-state athlete. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what events? Now, you were in the 4x100. Did he anchor the relay, or who anchored
Started it? Our anchor was freshman Derek Sando from BA.
I think Dave told me one time, or some track coach told me one time, you don't necessarily have your fastest guy go last. Is that right?
It depends on what you're trying to do with the relay. Most of the time, in a 4x100, your fastest guy you put in the second leg,
Okay.
because they get to run a longer distance. You can have them receive the baton early in the zone and hand off late in the zone, so they probably run 120 meters instead of 100 meters.
Okay.
So you want to maximize that fast person for as much as you can get him. But sometimes you've got a person that's just indomitable in terms of I don't want to be beaten, and then you want that guy to be your anchor and take off and just not let anyone come near him. And that's, the heart runner that we call him.
Okay, so the ultimate competitor is what you want in that fourth spot.
Yeah.
And who do you want to start you off?
Someone that you can trust.
They got to be good out of the block, right?
Yes. Yes, and then they're not going to false start or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Third guy has to be someone that can run the corner really well.
Wow. There's a lot more to this than meets the eye. So which leg did you run, Christian?
I was the second leg.
Oh, okay. So you're the fastest guy.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory.
Yeah.
Are you faster than Owen?
I don't know. He got out pretty hard on the 4x1 that last race. He was flying.
He was boogieing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So he had a pretty good lead when you got the baton?
Yeah. He ran up on me.
Let's just say Owen's split in the state 4x1 was definitely faster than his open 100-meter dash. That was flying.
Wow. It was better than 11.3.
He was under 11.
He was under 11? Oh, my word. That's amazing. So what'd you run? If you mind, you don't have to share if you don't want to.
Split?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not quite sure about my split.
Do you know, Dave, what his split was?
Yeah, his split was right around 11. Around 11 flat, but we did have him run about 120 meters.
Well, there you go. 11 flat at 120 meters. You were booking, too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was so much weight training involved in track.
Yeah, there's a lot. You gotta be committed in the weight room. You can't lift like a, what's it called? I can't think of the word. Heavy lifter.
Oh, so
Power lifter, yeah. You can't lift like that. You gotta lift like an athlete. You have to do specific things and work on specific muscles and.
Yeah, you're not trying to
reactions.
not trying to bulk up. You're trying
Yeah.
to get flexible, right?
Yeah, powerful. So the muscle has a full range of motion. Yeah, and in addition to being enough to move you. So it's got to have a full range of motion and be strong.
Your classmate, Carter.
Yeah.
You guys run together?
We run hurdles together, yeah.
But he's the all-state hurdler?
I was all-state in 300s, and he was all-state in 110s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's interesting.
Sharing the
huh?
wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're different, right? There's a 300 and the 100.
I think that's different.
So what's the difference, other than the distance, of course?
Nothing much other than the height and the distance, yeah.
Yeah, one's a high hurdle and the other's a low hurdle, right?
Intermediate, but yeah.
So which is which?
The 110s are higher, and then the 300s are a little lower.
Okay. But you run both, don't you?
I did run both, but for sections, I did not run the 110s.
So you prefer the other?
I like doing the 300s, yeah.
Well, obviously, you're all state. But why do you like it more than the other, I guess is where I'm getting to.
I just like the challenge. It's a pretty long race, and you gotta push through to get, and you gotta have a good form to get over the hurdle still. But it's really just, you gotta focus on how you pace yourself throughout the race.
Oh, okay. Gee, you pace yourself. That would make sense, right? Because it's not as short.
Right. And, I assume you can't run out of energy when you got some hurdles remaining to get over.
Do you have a routine before you go out? I mean, are you certain breakfast you eat or anything like that?
Well, we just do like specific warm-ups for hurdles, but other than that, not really.
Okay.
Which of the three of you can tell us about nutrition and, how important that is in...
We have some shaking of the heads in the opposite direction.
Don't take nutrition real... It's not as key as I thought it would be, or what?
It is, but at the same time, it's really not. If you realistically think about it, if you're an athlete and you are lifting, you have to have a lot of protein, but you also have to balance that with a lot of veggies, and it's a lot of greens. But I don't know. It's 21st century, and kids really don't know how to eat, so it kind of really doesn't matter what you put into your body as long as it's just, it gives you energy. Yeah.
Huh. I was with you. I thought nutrition would be pretty big, too.
I thought it'd be...
you talk about it with Coach Armbruster all the time. And Are you a wrestler or anything?
No.
Any of you guys in any other sports? You're all just track people.
We both play. Yeah, we're soccer.
Oh, you play
Drop
soccer,
basketball.
too. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll be darned.
Yeah. Is nutrition important in soccer? Oh, now it's important.
Yeah.
Stamina.
Well, think about it. I mean, really.
In practice, you're running like
constantly.
7 miles.
I'm sorry, what was that?
In practice for soccer, you're running 7 miles sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
No, but and that's not like you just go out and run 7 miles. That's during the course of
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour block of
practicing,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you run in the average match?
Probably like 8, 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9 miles. Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
I can't. No.
I don't think I could run 9 miles. Now, at my age now.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
I might try it, though. Let's see. Running from here to Warsaw and back, that would be 9 miles, wouldn't it?
Roughly.
I'm going to try it. What do you think about that, Carter? I'm going to try it. You're my inspiration.
You better have somebody on a bicycle and have a cell phone with them so that they can, the ambulance knows where to pick you up and find you on the trail.
Oh, ye of little faith, Royal. Oh, ye of little faith. So what do you like most about track? Because we were talking before we went on the air, Carter, and Carter's a very honest guy, because I said to him, what's it like to run your event and then wait around for 4 hours, And he was very honest and said the waiting is horrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. But track is more or less an individual sport. It's not a team sport if you think about it. So it's just all your individual power. There's nobody else to make you shine. It's just you. So, I don't know. If you show up and you don't put in any work, you're not going to be anyone. So if you're putting in extra work than everybody else, then yeah, you're going to be somebody. Be somebody big.
Is it your favorite sport? Do you prefer soccer?
Track is my favorite sport, yeah.
Because of the individuality I'm hearing.
Yep.
I like his philosophy there.
He only can depend on himself, right? Doesn't have to depend on a teammate or something. Himself. Although when you run in the relays...
Yeah, relays, yeah.
Relays is a different story.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me about the art of passing the baton, Christian.
We have to get down like specific steps in practice. So we have to practice like run-throughs multiple times a day, multiple days of the week, and we have to perfect them before meets. And yeah, it just takes more work than you'd think. It's just hand it off.
You ever dropped it?
I did. I don't think I've ever dropped it, but I have missed a handoff once last year at Big 9.
I'll bet that's got to feel horrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't feel the best.
But, mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Just not a perfect world.
Because you're handing off. You're not slowing down when you hand off, right? You're going full tilt.
That's the idea.
Right? I mean, to maximize your time, you got to be going full tilt.
The strategy that we try to coach for handoffs and relays is we want the baton to accelerate through each exchange, meaning that it's going to get faster, not slower.
Okay.
If you see the baton slow down during a handoff, that means it was not a good handoff. So they're really running precise steps, and as the sprint coach will lay out what steps he wants them to try, and then we'll see if that works for them. And if it's not, we move them, a half a step or 2 steps or whatever it takes to get the right transition from the incoming runner to the outgoing runner.
Wow, there's a lot more to this than I thought, Royal.
Now, coaches, how strict are the lines? I mean, can you step on the line? Can you?
The lines are very strict.
They're very strict.
lanes.
So
Yeah.
The baton has to be inside the exchange zone when it is exchanged. It's not about where the person is, it's where the baton is.
Okay.
And so it has to be inside the zone at the handoff spot and before the end of the zone has to have been made. And it's a 30-meter zone. So if you hand off outside of that zone, then it's a disqualification.
But what about the I guess you would call it a lane,
Yep. So the inside line of your lane does not belong to you. It belongs to the person in that other lane. So you can't run on the line for more than 2 consecutive steps is okay. The third consecutive step on the line is a DQ.
That's what I was looking for. Is what is there a little bit of leeway there?
You're actually running in someone else's lane if you're running on the line.
Yep. Okay.
Did you know all of this, Royal?
No, I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
You wanted to say something there, Carter?
Oh, relays are it's a lot different than a lot of individual stuff, honestly. So we're like running a 4x4, so that's 1 lap around the track. It's a lot more aggressive. So we watched that in state. Our 4x4 team had guys run on their inside line and actually tripped them up. And did that cost them a place there, you think?
It certainly hindered our time. Yes, we did get interfered with. The officials missed it, so nothing we could do about that. But it's a big part of the thing of track is that you can't interfere with another runner, and if you impede their progress, cause them to slow down, or make them change their step, that's considered a violation of the rules.
Okay,
no slow motion replay for a challenge or anything?
No, they don't allow that. So the officials have to see it directly.
Now the other team would be DQ, but how does that affect? I mean, because your time's going to be slower because you were interfered with. Do they lower your time because of it?
No. If the official had recognized it as interference, we would have an opportunity to rerun the race.
Okay, all right. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Would you do it alone? Or would the whole thing?
It would depend on how many people were interfered with.
Okay.
If we were the only team that was interfered with, we would run it alone.
Which would be pretty tough, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And in the case where it happened at state, we had run well enough to make it to the finals anyway. So contesting it would not have really helped us, other than we might have got a better time or slower time. It doesn't matter. But that's part of the deal. They have a lot of officials out there, but not all of them are looking at the right place at the right time.
Well, that's.
I did want to mention one more thing about these 2 hurdlers over here. Christian and Carter have gone back and forth in the 2 hurdle races many times at these meets that we've had throughout the year. Christian beats Carter one meet, and the next we go to the next event, and Carter will beat Christian.
Competition.
And, they really are good teammates, but they also are rivals.
Yeah, they're pushing each
That's
other.
what helps make a team stronger, is when within you have rivalry within your team, but it's a friendly rivalry. They both work each other hard. They both help each other out. But when it gets into the race time, they want to beat each other. And so that really makes for a fun tandem. I can't wait to see what happens the next 2 years with these guys.
They're only going to get better, right, Dave?
Yeah. Well, especially if they keep pushing each other like that, that's what it takes to get better.
So you just took the weightlifting a little more seriously. That's how you got stronger and faster?
Yeah, this last year, my senior year, I spent a majority of my time in the weight room. I had a lot of free time on my hands school-wise, so I was able to put more time in the weight room and focus. My jumps coach was actually my teacher for my weightlifting class, so he was able to help me with specific lifts for what would help me improve my jumps, improve my form, and other things like that.
So we're talking not super heavy weights. We're talking a lot of repetition with weights.
A lot of repetition weights, yes.
Very interesting.
That was just a guess on my part.
There were
Now that I got that right.
There were times for heavy weights and maxing out and doing all that I could, but a lot of it was less weight, more repetitions, which would improve my muscles.
We get you guys to go out for football?
I played football in my freshman year for the 9th grade team, and then I played a game with the JV team, and I scored 3 touchdowns as the running back.
And then gave it up, or what?
Yeah, I was just done.
We got to get this guy out for football, man.
Yeah, he said this is too easy. 3 touchdowns, I'm out of here.
And then
this is too easy, yeah.
Or you got to see this guy on a soccer pitch. He is amazing.
Oh, okay. That is real football. You're right. I got it all wrong, didn't I? I got a boogie out of here. It was nice talking to you guys. Thank you very much. All-state, all of you, not just as athletes, but they seem like all-state young men, right?
Yep. And I wish the best of luck in your military career.
Yes.
Thank you once again for serving. You will definitely excel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thanks, Dave, for bringing them out.
Yep,
Appreciate
thanks,
that.
Coach.
So G&H Property Management, your last plug of the year.
Last plug of the year, yes, G&H Property Management, located in beautiful downtown Faribault in the Depot Square building, right across the street from the post office. Full-service real estate company, sales, leasing of residential and commercial property, and then also management of residential rental property in our property management division, and then association management for townhome associations, condo associations. We take a lot of headaches away from others and put the burden on us.
I didn't get a picture, man.
No, you didn't. They were too fast.
Yeah, well, no, I was too slow.
You were
up in
too
the
slow.
head. I mean, I
Right.
should have taken a picture while I was sitting right here.
Yep, and as always, impressive young athletes.
Yeah, that's why I always love having kids out here, because,
Yep.
man, they're so much more well-spoken than when I was that age.
Oh, yeah. Put a microphone in front of my face when I was a sophomore in high school. I'd choke all over the words just like I am now.
Thanks, Royal.
Thank you, Gordy. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate your sponsorship. And also Bashers, the Faribault Bowl Center, for making our Faribault Coaches Show possible every single Saturday. We started in late August, and this is our last show of this year.
Come out to Bashers and bust your belt on some barbecue.
For Father's Day. Hope to see folks along the parade route. I'll be announced.
Can you want amigo